So I'm asked to do this video by one of the subscribers, and it's all about scalping. So I've got this is 20 minutes into the game. I'm using Betfair Guardian, but I'm using it in practice mode just to show for this video. And this match is between Valencia and Barcelona that's just happening right now, and at the moment it's 0-0. So what you would predict is the draw odds are going to go down as it stays 0-0, and the two teams, home and away, will start to drift as more along the score stays 0-0. So I've been asked to show what is scalping. So I'm going to do a brief description now on what scalping is. Now, scalping is basically you back and lay and you take a small profit each time you do it. So you can do it either way. So I'm going to do one on Barcelona. So you can do what we call swing betting or swing trading. And swing trading basically is all you do is if I put like £10 here and you lay the £10 on Barcelona here, and because it's in play it takes a bit of time to let that take. So you got your £10 in the market here. I just said that Leeds have just scored against Liverpool. Shit. So let that take for a bit. I might have to drag it up a little bit for that to take. Going too quick now. That's so it's taken. So you now see actually both of them have taken. So I've got £20 if Valencia win and £20 if Barcelona win. And what you do with that is then you can move, because you know it's going to move up. Let's just put £20 here on around about threes. So it's a bit stupid because that's £1,200 on 3 waiting to go on already. So we'll put it down to about 2.94. There's only £44 there right now. And the reason why I did that is because the way Betfair works, if there's already money waiting at that price, your money goes behind that, and that first money that goes on gets taken first. So ideally you want to be in a position where there's not much money on before you, and then your bets get taken sooner. So that's swing trading. So I backed it at around about 2. Well, I can't remember where I backed it now. So look at match bets. Yeah, I backed the lead at 2.74, and we're actually looking to get 2.94 as a back bet, and that's swing trading. Scalping, or what I call the traditional point of scalping, is that you will tend to take back and lay bets. So the market is going quite quick because the end of the match coming up. So if I put this as 2020, say that's around about. I don't know I'm scalping if it's below 2, but just for this video, we're going to show scalping. So you can actually lay £20 here, and because it's in play, it might take a little bit of time to. It's taken, and then you put £20 here. So it's taken 1.94. So I've taken all my money here now, and I'll drag that down to there. And once that gets taken, so that means now I've got 53p on this match, and then you can go back in again if you want. So let's put another £20 in here, and then you're looking at it's got 1398 here. So let's put next. Wait for that to get matched first, which I think it has, and then we'll come down here. what I would suggest if you're just starting out is just take 1 or 2 ticks. So what I mean by ticks is each one of these increments is a tick. So if it goes from 1.87 to 1.86, that's a tick. If it goes down to 1.85, it's 2 ticks. And what I would say to you is, as you're starting out and you're starting to use scalping, just use 1 tick at a time, and you won't lose too much. And what I will say to you is, because you're scalping, if it goes too far out, so if this now shot up to about 1.92, 193, 195, then I would start to try and come out the trade, and because for 41p loss rather than use your whole stake. So with scalping, as long as you're disciplined, and if it goes the other way, you're ready to take the small loss, then you won't lose all your money. It's only when you start taking chances and start going live and in play like I'm doing now, but it's when you start to go and it goes up and up and up and up and up, that's when you can start to lose big money. So there you go, just see me taken again. So now I'm 89p in credit, and that one's just been taken as well. So right now, just for what, 5 minutes work, I can actually take £2.15p. So again, we'll have another go at that now. I'll put that on there. And then we'll put some on there. Just take a few ticks, that's taken. And that's now been taken, so now I can earn £2.47 off this map. Can you see the difference in the pricing, because these got bigger odds and don't normally scalp anything below 2s. So let's give this another go, we'll put that in there. Put another one in there. And then let's say 20 in there. So wait for that to get matched. Normally I would say back to late, but because the result at the moment is 0-0, and what I'll say, and the reason for that is, if suddenly Valencia score, then this odds will then shoot up, and that won't get matched, and I've ended up losing £17. So that's why I say back to late normally, and you go with the flow. So you probably just tend to put it in here 1.66 and then take the 1.65 once it's been matched. And that way, if it does end up losing, you've only lost a small bit of money rather than the whole lay bet. I'm just waiting for these two to get matched, and I think that'll end the video then. Short 10-minute video. Hopefully we'll get matched. It's coming to the end of the game. So this one's just about to be matched now on the draw, and this one's rising nicely. It's not letting me go. It's bouncing around the points like mad. It's not letting me. This one matches will be, we'll have a nice little profit, and we're using minimal stakes as well. But if you are scalping, what I would suggest to you is you do get some software. It's much easier than doing just on Betfair. Um, it's one click, it's quick, it's easy, and that's just been taken now. So now I can earn £3.54 off this one scalp. Now you might think, well, that's nothing, but it's the risk you're taking, because if you do that before the game, you put £10 on the game. If it's going to be over 2.5 or Barcelona win, you're not going to get big odds, but you're also £10 at risk at the market for quite a bit of money. Let's take that £2.89. So what I've just done now is I've greened up, and what you want, ideally position you want to be in when you green up, is that you've got an even spread right across the board. So now no matter what happens this match, I would have earned £3.05. And that's scalping in a nutshell. You're scalping, and the reason why it's called scalping is because you're scalping the profits at the market, one or two ticks at a time, or as you've just seen some examples of swing trading as well, where you can back and lay a few ticks down, depending on the football match, and depending on the horse racing or whatever you're scalping on. It works on both ways. But that is scalping. As I said, we could go back in if we wanted to and just see if we can get some more. But what I want to do is put that as a 20 as well. Just scalp that. Make sure that gets taken. And then we can just maybe scalp a couple more points up. Let that get taken as well. The other thing is, when you lay first, it's always, if it goes against you, your liability at the moment, I've got a £49.95 liability. So if Barcelona lose, then I've got a £49 liability that you have to pay, and that's why it's always dangerous to lay first. What you should be doing is backing first, but because of Barcelona, because of the draw, the odds in the draw, and I was just basically used this as an example on scalping, that you take a couple of points each way. But always try and back first and lay later. Always make sure your back bet's taken. So for instance, this one here, just make sure that's taken. Market stayed still, so that's been taken. Now you probably, now it's dropping like mad, so you're probably just taking £20 there. That one's just been taken. Start this. Now see with this one, it doesn't really make a difference, because if the draw does, if one team does score, you haven't lost as much money now. You've only lost about a couple of quid. Right, let's get taken, hopefully. Come on, down you come. Sometimes the price can bounce up and down depending on how much money is coming into the market, and also just be wary of the numbers on the left and the right hand side. So you can see there's a lot of money driving this price down now. So the moment in the backside, on the blue bit, will drive the price down. That's just been taken. Now I can take £4.81. Let that green up a little bit. Yeah, so the more money on the right hand side, so you got £1,300 pushing this, and obviously you got a couple of 500 as well. What that tends to do is push the price down, but again, if you've got a lot of numbers, big numbers on the left hand side, that will then drive the price up. So just be wary of that. If you've got massive numbers on the left hand side and they're not as big on the right hand side, or the back bit, then the price will end up driving up, and vice versa. There's a lot of money being backed, then the price will drive down. So if you've got a buy, just make sure that you are checking these, and they are in your favour. but the price in the draw, if it's still a draw with about 5 minutes to go, then the price will drive down, because time decay will help that as well. I hope I'm really confused by saying that, but as I say, just be wary of these numbers. Make sure that that's actual money going in the market, waiting to be matched at that price. As you can see, it's 1.5 grand being pushed in, waiting to be matched, and you've got 2 grand here, a grand here. So there's a lot of money now going on to lay the draw rather than back it. So hopefully that's explaining scalping to you. It's all about backing and laying a small increments. Make sure that you get a profit. The profits aren't as big as if you would do with the normal market, but your losses aren't as great either, and you can control your losses a bit better. Hopefully that's helped, and I'll see you soon.